Hello, Dr. Levine. This is Carlos from Focus Life Marketing. I just wanted to make a quick video to try and get this ball rolling, to try and um, get you excited, to let you know what I can do for you. This is how I got your ad. I got a Valpak ad. It's the local mailers. I got it sent to my house, and the chiropractic industry was something I wasn't certain whether or not I would be able to service. So after doing my initial research, which is what I always do, I use Google Insights for search. It's a free tool. You can make use of this yourself if you and your I know your wife does all the web marketing as you suggested. And I typed in the broadest a broad term, chiropractic, to see how many searches were being performed in our neck of the woods in this region. You type in chiropractic. This has given us the last 4 or 5 years. We probably want the last 12 months because the economy has since gone to crap. This is probably going to be more helpful in giving us our insight. Most of our this tells us how many searches are being performed in order of regional interest. Most of the searches, the queries, are coming from the U.S., which makes sense. Of that, the top 10 in regional interest order, California is not number 1, so we want to find out who's doing what type of search in our area. And digging deeper, I clicked in California. We're in I guess we're in this region, according to this map here in San Francisco. And in the San Francisco or the Bay Area, you have San Jose is number 9, so there are searches being performed. And then there's this list here. This list down here is gold. Basically helps us to find out what terms we might want to target for starters. And fortunately, the bingo hit me with San Jose Chiropractic. That's the first term that registered because it also had the city name in it. And it's in this order here. I did a local search for San Jose Chiropractic. And there are a few things that I want to point out to you. The first results, when you type in a city or a region name, Google decides it's going to throw up this local business results listing. It's their new local business listing. Used to be serviced by Yelp. Now it's used by Google has their own. And this basically, a lot of people still don't know quite how to use this. It's still not overly used, but it is gaining in popularity, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. This next result page is page 1 for their macro or U.S. listing, or for whatever region you're in. And obviously you know about the sponsored results, which I'd like to talk to you about as well. I know you had a brief AdWords campaign going, and a lot of people don't know how to properly leverage the AdWords listing. They usually use 10 to 20, maybe 50 words, when you should use hundreds of words to get some more recon. The thing that came out, that stuck out immediately, was the first one. I always want to know who's number 1, and it's back-to-back Chiro. But then, interestingly enough, on page 1 for their macro listings is back-to-back Chiro. So they're number 2 on the top results page. And this isn't always static, but this is how it was presented to me on this search result. So I have another proprietary tool which I cross-reference and verify the information between, because you always want to make sure you're split testing. And I found Chiropractic San Jose to be searched for 2,400 times per month, and that's extremely relevant. It's very high search volume. It's definitely good foot traffic, or web traffic, I guess. So it was a definite contender. So it's definitely something you guys want to think about. I cross-reference that with this other tool that I use, which is basically my proprietary tool for doing web searches. Keyword research. San Jose Chiropractic is again 79 times 30 is about 2340. So yeah, it's roughly 2,400 searches are being performed. Some other information that it gives me, some other insights that it gives me is, if you ranked number 1, if you were the top ranked person for this term, you would have, if you were the top ranked, you would have the maximum daily clicks that you would receive is roughly 33. That's theoretical, but it's very realistic based on this algorithm that the software uses. And about 14% of the time, people are doing searches with quotations around it. They're doing San Jose Chiropractic and know-to-use quotations for what's called a phrase match. And that's all good stuff, but it doesn't tell us whether or not we can compete. It tells us where we might want to compete for, but it doesn't tell us whether or not we can compete. So for that, I dig deeper, and I use another aspect of the tool, which gives me all of the relevant information that I need for the top 10 page results that come up on page 1 when you do a normal search for San Jose Chiropractic. So these are those websites, these are those domains, and what I'm referring to here is it gives you the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It gives you that basically. Some of the stuff that I look for is whether or not they've done on-site optimization, and if this is all green, that means most of them have not. So that means we should be doing that, and that's something that you can get your web designer to work on for you immediately. The stuff that's in yellow is just things you gotta try and consider, and then everything in red are things that are bad, heavy competition. DA stands for domain age. So obviously this is not something that we can help. Obviously the longer you leave your website up, the better. And Back-to-Back Chiro is listed number 4 here, and it's only 2 years old. All the other ones have a pretty high page rank, except for the last one, but they're already on page 1, and they already have a position of number 4. So why is that? Part of the reason has to do with the amount of backlinks that they have, and they have an active campaign going to get their rankings up, to make sure that they're considered an authoritative site. The PR stands for page rank, and that's the authority status that Google has given the page on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest authority that you can get. Google's obviously a 10. We can compete. I know I can compete because they have 225 backlinks to the page. I know we can get us more than that. I can also find out what other keywords we need to rank for. But like I said, I only want to work with one professional in the area. So I don't want there to be a conflict of interest. So if you decide to take me on and vice versa, I'm yours, and I will help you dominate your market. We can talk about sponsored links and how that can benefit you as well. I can manage that, and I can also tell you that we can also have the discussion on what terms you think you might want to rank for. So please let's talk soon.